What's going on, guys? Satchy is here, and this is episode 14 of my Road to Division 1 series. Now, we are one win away from the Division 8 title, but this is not going to be a live commentary because I did try and change things up by doing a face cam in my live commentary, but I somehow have lost the file for that actual face cam, so that kind of failed in the end. So what I decided to do was just to do what I usually do and do a voiceover, and in this episode we're going to be doing 4 matches instead of the normal 2 or 3, because, well, I'll tell you later why that's going to happen. So we are going to make new signings in this episode, as you can see obviously from the title of this video. So just to begin with, just obviously changing players around, standard stuff, as you know that I like to do. I like to rotate players frequently. I've got actually quite a large squad of BPL players now, to be fair. I should probably try and get rid of some guys, but as you can see from his team in this first match, he's only got Lavezzi and Palacio. The rest of his team is pretty much bronze, so I didn't really give him too much hope. I knew he was going to really just rely on those 2 players, but we did take an early lead. Some EA cheese right there, rebounds everywhere pretty much, and I think it was Sterling. Yes, it was Sterling with the tap in, so that made it 1-0 early on, and then we nearly scored there from a header. I'm not sure who that was, but then he cleared it and it went straight to Fellaini, who, with that amount of space and time, is easily going to tuck that away for our second goal, and he does a nice little cartwheel there because obviously he can do that. I would like to see him do that in real life. That would be actually quite funny. But yeah, we were 2-0 up against this guy. It was looking pretty easy, even though he might be a good player. To be fair, he was actually okay, but his team is so bad that we were just going to punish him. And at half time, as you can see from the stats, he had 1 shot on target. It wasn't looking good for him. But in the second half, he somehow scored right there. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I gave him so much space and time, and Lavezzi did slot that in. There was a pretty decent goal from him. But at 2-1, I was hoping that I wasn't going to fuck this up, because if I did, then I would not win the division title. But Hernandez with some great dribbling, some great feet right there, and he tucks that away for a 3-1 lead, and our 2-goal lead was restored pretty much just a couple minutes after he scored, to be fair. So this game is pretty much finished, but we did hit the crossbar right there. Unluckily, really, that we didn't score there, and somehow he didn't score that chip, probably because it was from a bronze player. If it was from a gold player, he probably would have scored. And then in the last minute, somehow, I think that was Sturridge or Sterling, I don't even know, but I don't know how he's missed that finish shot. Really don't understand that. But we did come away with the win, and we did win the Division 8 title. I was kind of lucky, actually, that we did come up against a team of bronze players, pretty much. So I am thankful for that. We got the win. It wasn't that hard in the end. The stats show we completely dominated them. We deserved every inch of that win. And 5 wins, 5 losses in Division 8, that is still pretty shit in my opinion. Not good at all. But we move on to the Division 7, and the first of the new players that we bought was Lucas Podolski from Arsenal. Now, I bought this guy for the left mid position, because, I don't know, Sterling wasn't that amazing, and I also had Jarvis, and I kind of wanted to get someone better, so we got Podolski with his, I think it was 82 shooting, which is really, really good. It's the best shooting for a midfield player in the BPL, I think. So obviously I wanted him in. I wanted to get some more goals, and hopefully Podolski would give us a few more goals. So in this second match, in our first match of Division 7, we came up against a Portuguese league team, which I haven't actually come up against before, which is kind of weird. Hardly anyone does it. And a really weird goal there, and guess who scored? Demba Ba. This guy just comes up and scores all the time, I swear. I love him. We kind of got lucky though. The keeper kind of just parried it in, as you can see from the replay. I don't think it was going in originally from Bar's header, but the goalkeeper just completely messed up. I don't know. Possibly it may have gone in. It probably would have hit the post. We got pretty lucky there. But that was pretty much it for the first half. Not much happened. And that's why we've got four games in this episode, because some of the games were very boring. Not much happened. I mean. But in the second half we did equalise, I think through Eder. I can't even remember the names. But yeah, that was unfortunate. And then soon after, another rebound goal, and he took the leads, which was really annoying, being 1-0 up, and then he comes back to be winning 2-1. Really big piss take. And yeah, Eder with a couple goals for him, and we did lose the match, unfortunately. The stats show is a pretty even game. He did dominate in possession, but unfortunately we couldn't get anything out of that game. It really does annoy me when I'm in the lead, but then I end up losing the game. So we did bring Sagna in. He was the second signing. I needed to upgrade my right back because Jones and Raphael, they just weren't really good enough at this moment in time, just like my left midfield position, to be honest. So we've brought in 2 Arsenal players in this episode. Sagna's got really good pace and he's got decent strength, so that's why I brought him in. And obviously he's going to get perfect chemistry with Sacco and Kabul and even Diakite. They're all French and in the BPL. So we came up against a hybrid team pretty much. He's got a few leagues actually, like four or five leagues in there. That's actually a really clever hybrid. But it is, like, I think mostly Brazilian, if not all Brazilian. But we did get through here, and Walcott unfortunately couldn't get the chip in. I don't know what it is with me hitting the crossbar, hitting the bar a lot. It's ridiculous. But we did get a goal there just before half time through Walcott. He actually played really well in this game, and we did take a 1-0 lead. We'll just show the replay here. It was a really good finish, and look what happens. He quits on 1-0, and I don't understand why people quit when they're only 1-0 down. I really don't understand. Maybe he needed to do something else, but if he just rage quitted for the sake of it, then I really don't understand. It's really stupid. It really kind of annoys me, because obviously the amount of coins you get is much less than if you played the whole match. But we did get our first win nonetheless, and that was actually really helpful. So moving on to the last game, we kept with the same team. It's actually quite rare that I actually don't change any players. Normally I do rotate, but we came up with this side, which is mostly gold. He's got like a bronze and a silver in there. I don't understand why, but yeah, this guy was a really tough opponent. Probably the toughest opponent out of the all 4 games, to be fair. We did have a couple of early chances though, and unfortunately we couldn't get that early lead, which is actually quite annoying. I do like getting the early lead so I can like control the game and just push on and try and make sure I win the game. But a really nice through ball there, I have to say. Obviously they're overpowered, but still was a really nice through ball, and he did chip my goalkeeper, unfortunately, to make it 1-0, and then a fuckery in the defence I don't even understand, and he made it 2-0 after only 15 minutes. So obviously he was right in this game, but again Bar just pops up somehow. I do not understand where he comes from, but he just keeps popping up and keeps popping in the goals, and like I said, he is my favourite striker easily. So at half time it was actually, you know, a really tight game, but like I said, he was a really good player, and somehow he kind of like just fake shotted his way through my defence. I don't even know what happened. You know, in this game I really was poor defensively, and then he just slotted that home for 3-1, and that was pretty much it for me. But was it? We did get a nice like slow-mo goal there from Oscar. Really nice goal to make it 3-2. So we were back in this, you know. This wasn't a done deal, but he did hit the post. I mean, towards the end, he nearly made that 4-2, and then we did break clear here with Bar. Was Bar the man, my man of the series, pretty much? But no, he couldn't finish it. I don't know why. I swear I was tapping shoot, but for some reason he did not shoot. But we did end up losing the game. So in this episode, we've had 2 wins and 2 losses, and unfortunately, Pabon was the star of the show in that match. He seemed like a really good player, actually. and he pretty much got man of the match. He played really well actually, the guy. So if you look at the stats, he deserved the win, to be fair. So I'm not going to complain. If he deserves the win, I'm not going to complain too much. But we did get another loss, so that's 1 win and 2 losses in our first 3 games in Division 7. And I'm just going to show you a gold gift pack. This was for Valentine's Day. EA gave it to everyone, but it's like 4 gold items, and look at that, it's just pure shit. But all I can say is it just gives me a few extra coins and also a contract. So that is it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye bye.